Oh, holy fuck. Okay, there's this. Oh, god damn it. Fucking. What the fuck, YouTube? Now is it working? It's. Yeah. Okay, YouTube's got this, like, extra go live button apparently. And, yeah. That's so counterintuitive. Like, there's no indication I'm not actually fully live, and there's this button off in the corner. Holy shit, I was freaking out. I thought we were having a technical issue. Oh my god. And that wasn't there before on the old system. Like, they've got this new version of their studio thing, and it's like, oh my god. Okay, well, we're starting my prediction before we go in. Doom Guy.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
Oh my god, that's
We'll
so
be
good.
using today's
I know better
showcase to
now.
give you a first look at our next
Come on,
DLC fighter.
Doom Guy. I'll be kind of disappointed if it's Sora,
Actually,
which is
hardly anyone knows what we'll be
Buzz is.
announcing today, even among Nintendo
Like, I still
staff
haven't even played
worldwide.
Kingdom Hearts.
The
Doom
development
Guy.
team and other
Come on, Doom
stakeholders
Guy,
have
he's
been working
perfect.
on this
They
fighter
are-
with
they
the
both
utmost
got double
secrecy,
jumps.
which means other Nintendo
what
staff
he's
around the
saying is
globe will
important.
only start making
But seriously,
preparations
Doom
for
Guy,
release after the
it'd be
showcase has been
perfect.
broadcast.
Doom
So
Eternal's
it won't be
coming
available right
out.
away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
Oh, yeah.
I think even many Nintendo employees will be
That one's
surprised
cool.
to see this and
Shadow
say,
dropped him
wow,
today, but
really?
that's unlikely.
So, let's all
least we're
share in the
going.
fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even
Yeah,
if
my
you say,
angles probably
that's
need
not
to
the character I was
adjust too.
picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Thank you. See, he knows, Sakurai knows what he's doing. Because that kind of helps let people down in advance a little bit. Be like, oh, it might not be the guy I want. It might not be Doom Guy. It might be Sora. But please, Doom Guy, please, Doom Guy. What is this? Oh, it better not be Fire Emblem. If it's a Fire Emblem character, I am not going to be happy.
To unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas
This better be a
upon our
fake out.
enemies.
This looks like Fire Emblem, and there's too many Fire Emblem characters. If anything is overrepresented in Smash Bros, it's motherfucking Fire Emblem. This better not be a Fire Emblem character. That's the one thing that would actually
charging
upset me.
right into an enemy's trap.
Come to think of it, I didn't
If
think
you
they'd
and I
even
are
do it.
one,
I didn't even
I
consider
too
it.
am
This
trapped
fucking
within
Fire
this
Emblem,
void.
that's actually the one
In
thing
time,
that could
our hearts
possibly
and
upset
minds
me.
will cease
Anything
to
else,
be.
I'd be like, oh, I'm not into that,
Are
but
you
that's
prepared
cool.
to die?
But if it's a fucking Fire Emblem character, oh my god. If this is a fucking Fire Emblem character,
I thought as much.
whoa,
I
this
also
better
do
not
not
be a
wish to
Fire Emblem
die.
character.
And yet,
I don't know what franchise this is, but it smells like
there
Fire
is
Emblem
no
to
other
me.
choice.
Where's the chat?
You must join
Is there someone in
Smash.
chat being like, no, it is not Fire Emblem? No, who is this?
Join
Is this Fire?
Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
What? No, what? What?
So
What?
joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
This, what? What? Who the fuck is Violet? Seriously?
So you return, and sooner than expected. I
Oh,
see.
is it a
Too
fake
many
out?
swordsmen, are
Please,
there?
please a fake out. Please a
And
fake
you,
out.
you wield
It's
the
like,
sword as
no,
well?
fuck that.
What will you do?
Oh.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Wait, what?
How is this?
What? What? Okay, I have no idea what's going on now. Well, they got me interested, but
Of anyone,
Not-
you should be able to handle
What?
the hero's relics.
okay.
Arid fire.
5
described with
seconds
superior
until
reach.
Million Nintendo went woke and is going
Use
broke
Amir's
videos, which is kind of
overwhelming power.
ridiculous because it seems like it's in character and makes sense for the character, but they probably
blinding
did
speed
those
of
for a
Failnaught.
kind of woke reason. I guess. But I'm not complaining.
the
It's
sword
just
we
like I
create,
can't help.
Each
I
weapon
don't
matches a direction.
wanna. But I can't help but be like a little bit, Nintendo, really? We could have had like Doom Guy or even Sorry. Even if I'm not interested in Sorry, that would have been better.
Your will and mine be now
I
as
don't.
one.
I have to Google it. Who's Byleth?
To you,
Like,
both sides of time are revealed
I don't even know who
through
this is.
Smash.
It is Fire Emblem! Oh, fuck! Oh, it's Fire Emblem? But fuck off! Seriously, I can't believe I'm upset at this. I'm sorry. Oh no! Stop! Why? That's hilarious.
There you have
but,
it.
like, oh,
Byleth from
God,
Fire
I
Emblem
can't
Three
believe
Houses
this.
is joining the battle.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fire Emblem Three
There's
Houses
how many
was
Fire
released
Emblem
just last
characters
summer,
are there
so
in
it's still
fucking
very
Smash
new.
Bros? I'm
Even
gonna
so,
Google it.
you'll soon be
This
able
is
to play as
fucking
them in
retarded.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January
Unbelievable.
28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super
Fire
Smash Bros.
Emblem
Ultimate
Smash
Fighters
Bros.
Pack, and it will also be available for
Characters.
purchase individually.
Characters.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so
How
don't
many
worry.
are there? Like, there's
First off, what is Fire Emblem?
2 years ago.
It's really hard to
2 years
pronounce
ago,
in
there was an
Japanese.
article.
The producer said it's
think
okay
that's when
if I
Smash
just
Bros.
say
first came
Fire
out, too.
Emblem.
Oh
But
my
when
god, I
writing
can't
it, if you
believe
don't
this. The
write
fucking
Fire
Smash
Emblem,
Brothers
the
character.
Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
Like, a semi-satirical article about it came
The
out.
series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
From 2 years ago, when
You could
Smash
say it was
Brothers
a
first came
pioneer
out.
in the genre of tactical role-playing
Like, people
games.
bitch about The
You
Legend
might
of
be
Zelda
wondering
and
what
some
makes
other
it particularly
franchises being
tactical.
overrepresented, but I'll tell
Well,
you,
it's
goddamn
tactical
Fire
in that it
Emblem's
simulates
overrepresented. It's
You can
kind
think
of
of it
not
as moving
everyone's
pieces
into it. I
in a
mean,
board game.
you can say that
Or in
about
other words,
anything.
a game in which you
But
advance
there's a lot of
units
people
across
are
the grid
into it.
in battle.
I'm not. I'm going to turn down my headphones a little bit because I'm just going to
When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was
holy
unique
fuck.
because each unit
Like,
was a specific character,
The only
sort of like in
thing
role-playing
I
games.
give a fuck about the fact that the character turns into a woman
Plus,
and was
something
originally a
made it
man,
stand
and
out
they
from
could have
other
done it as a
Nintendo
woman
products.
turning it into a man just as easily.
Characters could permanently
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just interesting that you went
It's
that
pretty
way.
direct
And if you want to
language,
pick
though,
a
so
part, you
perhaps
can
we
pick
should just
either
say
way. You can
they're
pick those
sleeping
parts,
with
so I'm not
officials.
gonna get into that. But yeah, it's like, and
But
I'm not
really,
against
if a character
it.
fell in battle,
Don't
you
get me
lose that
wrong.
unit.
That
They'd be
actually
gone,
feels
and you couldn't use them again.
But I don't. I question if they
Recent
did
entries in the
this at
series
wrong
maintain this
time to
concept
the
of
wrong
permadeath to some
reasons,
degree in
and this is
classic
probably
mode
gonna
and what
wind up
have you.
drawing
But a lot of
dumb
games now allow
criticism,
strategic
which I'm
withdrawals, so to
risking
speak.
being a part of. I'm not trying to toe that line.
In the older
because
games,
it
your
doesn't
units
upset
would
me
really
for
be
that
gone,
reason.
never to be
Very
mentioned
quick.
again.
I-
Scary.
That is the last I actually.
The game's stories
for me
are told
personally,
like chronicles
that's
of
the
war,
only
with
thing I
increasingly
like about this
distinct
new
characters
character
and engrossing
is that it
scenarios.
can gender swap. Other than that, I don't give a fuck.
Several characters also
Like,
appear in the Super
literally,
Smash Bros.
only
series.
and only
Six
because
of
it's
the
Fire
seven
Emblem. If
will
this
use a
character had been from
counterattack.
any
It's
other
their dance
franchise, I
moves.
would have been like, oh, what is this franchise I need to
There's
look
actually
into
a
to
reason
get,
for this.
you know, get
When I was
educated
considering
about
how
it.
to
But I've
incorporate
not
Fire
heard
Emblem
that.
fighters
But no, it's
into
fucking
Super
Fire
Smash
Emblem.
Bros. Melee, I thought it might be
Like, I just
interesting
don't give
to
a fuck
reflect the
about Fire
turn-based
Emblem
nature of the
so
original
much,
game.
and they've got so
First
many
comes your
Fire Emblem
opponent's turn.
characters. I
They
just
attack
don't
and
give
you
a
counter.
fuck about in Smash
Next
Bros.
comes your turn.
So this is just like the most disappointing fucking character they could have
And
possibly
now,
announced
Fire
for
Emblem
me
Three
personally.
Houses is the
If
17th
you're excited
game
about
in
this,
the
I
series.
don't mean to take away from this, but like,
People who aren't Japanese
Oh,
in
the
particular
Smash
might be
Brothers
thinking,
character?
17 games?
or
There are
it's
that
fucking
many?
Smash Brothers character.
Well,
Fire
if you
Emblem
include Fire
character
Emblem Heroes
is
in
what
the
I would say,
remakes, but you don't
obviously.
include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions
Kirby's
Sharp
happy.
FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors,
I
then it
should
comes
let
out to
him know
17
that
games.
he's always
Let's
happy.
try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You
But
Say
he's
It
also a
challenge.
stuffed animal, so that doesn't really count.
I'll give it a try.
Stuffed Kirby. I don't know if Kirby's really an animal. According to Game Theory, he's probably more of an amoeba-like thing, which actually, if you watch that video, they actually make it really make sense. If Kirby is anything, if Kirby were to exist in real life, he'd be some sort of weird, giant fucking amoeba type entity. Because he's, if you think about it, he's
There you go,
pretty
17.
much an amoeba. He's pretty much a single cell organism. Otherwise, he doesn't make sense.
So you saw
he's a
how I was
cartoon,
counting in a
so
weird way,
whatever.
right? I was
I'm
counting
just
in
a
binary.
weirdo nerd like that.
This is 0.
What's he doing with
Fold
this
this
hand?
here and you get 1.
Hi.
And
I
then you
can
get
do
2.
that too, Sakurai.
2 plus
That's-
1
that,
equals 3.
That doesn't make
so
this character
this
make
way
sense.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Wait,
and
what?
8.
Huh?
And then you get 16.
Okay, I'm just not
Add
used
1,
to
you
doing
get
that. You're
17.
He's practiced at that. My fingers are
Awesome,
like,
isn't it?
I can do this. I can do this.
You can
Oh,
actually
he's
count
doing
up to
counting
31
to
on
10.
one hand.
Oh, I get it. He's doing counting to. He's using
And if you
knuckles
use
to
both
do extra
hands, you
counting.
can
just
count
have
all the
to-
way up to 1023.
Oh, cool.
If you've given up
Okay,
counting the
that's
knots
very
in a tatami mat,
in the
you
best
could always give
way.
it a
I
go.
mean, I'm on the autism spectrum, but that's very autistic.
What
in the
is
best
Fire
way
Emblem
possible.
Three Houses?
Like, normal people don't do shit.
In
like
Japanese,
that.
the male
That's
version of
very
the main
autistic.
character is called
In
Bereto,
the
and the
best
female
way.
version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same
But
name,
seriously,
Byleth.
that shit, like,
Byleth
pretty much
becomes a
only people on
professor
the
who
spectrum
ends up leading
fucking
one
wind
of
up
3
doing.
academic houses.
Like doing seismic, like
Once you've chosen a
for
house,
the
you
ARAM
guide them through their
system,
school life,
trying to stay
and,
away
well,
from
you end up
technical
fighting the
details.
other
There's 2 different
houses.
systems of gear seismic. There's
After a
3 main
certain
ones,
incident,
actually.
5
The
years
one I was
pass,
most
and you meet up
interested
with your
in
grown-up students
it
to battle
has
against the
a,
other houses in their region.
kind of an 8
It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
So each box sees 8 stations, and there's 8 stations. between
To understand the
box.
concept of Fire
And
Emblem
the way
Three
the system
Houses,
works,
I
you
played
drop
an
a
early
heli
version of the
bag,
game
and then
before
it
its
has
release.
box, has all the gear until the next box. So each
I've done the same thing
heli bag
before, with The Legend of
has
Zelda Breath of the Wild, for
a
example.
boxes worth of gear. So 2 cables, 8 sets. Box
Because I
and bag.
couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or
Point
we'd have
is,
never made it
everything
in
goes by
time.
8. So I was just shooting
For that
shit with
title,
guys.
I
was like, why
borrowed
don't they
an
do
early
the
version of the
numbering in a
game for
base
2
8
days,
system? So
ran
instead of
around
going,
all the
1, 2,
areas,
3, 4,
saw
5,
the
6, 7,
ending,
8, 9,
and
10.
realized for the
It
first
stops at
time,
8 and then goes to
I guess we can't really
you know,
have Breath of the
2 in
Wild's
front.
Princess Zelda
So
as
it'd
a
be,
fighter.
It'd be like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
I did the
17,
same this
18,
time, but
and
with
it
there being
flipped
3
around to
houses and
21,
multiple endings, it was
that.
really hard to get a
If you
feel
know
for
what's
it.
up, it could be more efficient to make
And of course,
sense.
there weren't any
But it could
walkthroughs I
also
could
confuse
reference.
the fuck out of things if you don't know what's up. But it could work, and it's basically
The game
way
has
you
multiple
use it
routes,
is
and the
basic.
outcome of each is very different.
that's
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the
slightly
story.
dripping on a small detail.
I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Yeah, like only people
Before
like
my
me think of
demonstration,
shit like that.
I should point out that when I did the
other
Terry
opinions,
Bogard showcase
nothing
video,
against anyone,
I
of
mentioned
course.
that it
We're
was
like,
recorded a month in
"Hey,
advance.
we don't even know what you're talking
But
about.
this time, we
Like,
have
even
to
a smart
account for the
people
holidays and such, so we're filming
no
2 months
offense
in
to anyone
advance
like
of this
but
video's
they're smart
release.
people, just-
Right now, it's actually
I
November.
should have phrased that better. I meant no offense to anyone I work
Therefore,
with.
some of what I'm about to show you
phrasing.
might differ a bit from the finished version.
Anyways, even a
As always, I'm using a special
above
in-game
average
camera and such
highly
for
above
demonstration
average
purposes.
intelligence neurotypical would be like,
Here I go.
What? Why? Like, oh yeah, that yeah. Anyways, why Fire
So,
Emblem?
this is our new fighter, Byleth.
Now I'm just kind of filling time.
Sadly, they're lacking in
because,
mobility.
fuck.
It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's
Why?
about all you can
Why
say for them.
Fire Emblem? I
Throws
get,
are not
you
their
know,
strong
Fire
point
Emblem
either.
Three Houses,
Their
whatever,
grab
but
lacks
like,
range.
we've
But
got
actually,
so much
you could
Fire
say that
Emblem.
they're distance
I
demon.
feel like my nose is running.
The hero's relic they
that's
use
nothing
changes
good.
depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the
Here, I'm
hero's
sorry, I'll
relics
be right
is a
back.
weapon
I'll
that
just-
appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks,
I hope that wasn't
where it takes
too
the form
loud,
of a
but
whip.
yeah, I don't blame you too if you just were like, yeah.
They
I
also
didn't
use the
know
sword for dash
watching
attacks
the rest
and other
of the
moves.
commentary.
For their up smash attack,
Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm derping. I
they'll
don't
whip
know
the
why I did
sword
that.
upward to launch enemies in the air.
Yeah, this threw me off. Like, of
their
all
up
the
air
possible
attack,
things they could have chosen
they'll
to
wave
do,
the whip
I was
sword overhead.
not, by any stretch of the imagination,
The hit detection for this
expecting
attack
Fire
lasts for a
Emblem.
relatively long time.
Like, I would have been more okay with another
The up special
Animal
move is
Crossing
really
character.
something. The sword extends like this,
Like,
allowing you to do things like this.
I would have been. I think Legend of Zelda actually is a little bit overrepresented.
It was pretty
Like, you
terrifying
really
how I
need
knocked
Link
him into
for
the
everything
air
for
with
Link.
that
Well,
attack.
I
And
like
in
it,
addition-
but I get the argument that it's a little bit too much Link. And
You can do awful
because
things
duplicates
like
of the
this.
same character with the Legend of Zelda. Like,
That
Legend of
said,
Zelda's
you'll
my
launch
favorite,
opponents upward
and
until their
I
damage reaches a certain
understand the
percentage.
argument that Legend of Zelda is overrepresented in Smash. So that's the thing. Even my favorite,
Exceed that percentage,
I get it
and
when
you'll
people
need to
say
be
that
careful.
about my favorite.
You may find it helpful to
So
mid-air
like,
dodge.
you know, I'd kind of think even if I was into Fire Emblem,
I've already
I'd still
shown
be
this,
like,
but
there's
you
too
can
much
also use
Fire
it to
Emblem.
latch
Can
onto
you guys do
edges.
something that's not fucking
So
goddamn
that's
Fire
their
Emblem and
special.
Smash.
Now, for the
Please.
sideways inputs.
Like,
This is air
how many?
the same
I
name
think
as
I
the
have
weapon
to get my
from
Switch and
Celtic
open up the
mythology.
fucking game and just count it because it's
First,
I'm
we'll
not
go through the
Googling
forward
number
and back air
easily.
attacks.
I never
As
did
you can
find
see,
that.
they have a long
I'll
reach.
see if I can just find
Like
a
so.
picture of the roster. Just
Marth's
count
air
it.
attack
'Cause
keeps
it's like, it's
opponents
fucking
in check
stupid.
too,
I actually
right?
counted one day. I was just like, what? I think it's like a fucking dozen.
If Byleth does the
fucking
same thing,
stupid.
you'd win out, so you
like,
should be able to beat it.
I
Next,
I
the side
hate
smash
being
attack.
this negative.
This
I
also
really
has a
do.
long range.
I
It'll
don't wanna be
connect even
negative.
from here.
Okay, here. Wait. Oh no! Fuck! God damn it! No.
Also,
I
if
was-
you
I
add an
wasn't
upward
paying
tilt,
attention,
it
that's
will be
not-
stronger. And if you've knocked an
Is
opponent
that-
down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Okay, I swear I'm just gonna have to get my fucking Nintendo. I don't trust some of these.
By the way,
I'm
the
looking
tip
at
of the
them and I'm
lance
like,
is
this
more
doesn't
powerful.
feel right.
The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule,
Okay.
you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward,
I don't know. I'm
or
tripping
downward
out.
in this case.
I feel like something's missing.
Next, the side
on
specialty.
that. Is that just me? That might just be me. Well,
Byleth
we'll
will simply
assume this
swing the
is
lance like this,
accurate and we'll
but
go
again,
with
it has
this.
excellent reach.
So,
For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
2, 4. See, we're already at 4. 5.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
7? Yeah, 7.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks
There's
from
more.
earlier,
I'm missing.
they have great horizontal reach,
I've got all
but
the
they lack
Legos for them
verticality.
too, unfortunately.
So this complements it
So
well,
that make 8.
although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
Maybe I'm tripping out. I swear
Now,
there's more.
for the
I still
downward
feel
inputs.
it's overrepresented.
For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
But okay, so how much we got Legend?
It's
of Zelda?
named after a
Just
weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air
1,
attack.
2.
It really is strong.
Really? Where's her?
You can try for a meteor effect with this
Okay,
attack.
if there's no
Next
regular
is the
OG,
down
this
smash
roster
attack.
is-
A heavy swing of the axe
No,
back
wait.
and forth. As you can see, it has
Wait,
a great
where's
deal of
OG
launch
Link?
power.
Oh, there he is. Fuck. 'Cause I'm looking
And for the down
green,
special,
and he's wearing the blue for destructive wall.
Byleth channels all their energy into a
1,
devastating
2,
strike.
3,
It's a bold
4,
move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
2, 5.
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
That's it. 5. Oh, where's Ganon?
which allows you to
Ganon
withstand an
is
attack.
6. So we're close. Like,
Just
that's
so you
the
know,
thing. I
if
get
you
the
execute
argument
a
with Legend
Falcon
of Zelda.
Punch
I
at about the
fully
same time,
understand that. And like, if they had added like,
plays out like
Link's Awakening,
It's a bit
Link,
slower
I
than
like,
the Falcon
what?
Punch,
Why?
but
We've
due
got
to the
Toon
super
Link. We
armor
don't
effect,
need
you
Link's
have the
Awakening.
advantage.
Or like an 8-bit-ish
Unless you get
era
grabs.
Link. Like, Link's plenty of
Another
references
notable
do
aspect
not
is that it
need
lets you
any more
pass
Links.
through
Legend of
platforms.
Zelda's my favorite, but like, you know.
While you're charging up, you can breeze past
Legend of
platforms like
Zelda
this to reach a
character
lower
I'd
area.
entertain adding is Midna.
It won't let you
And
jump,
having
but you
Midna
could use
switch
it as a surprise
between
attack.
Wolf riding Midna and like.
Also, you can turn around during the move.
Twilight, uncursed Midna.
The swing takes a
there's
while.
No spoiler, it's alert,
So if an opponent
really
runs
okay
behind
there.
you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Yeah,
Even though it can be
Like-
hard to land a hit with this move,
yeah. Like if we were to add
can be
anyone
really
from Legend
effective
of
when
Zelda,
used against a
pretty
group of
much
opponents.
except for Midna and maybe some other.
plus,
random
even if you
ones I'm
fail
just
to
not
land a
thinking
direct
of that
hit,
might make
any
sense.
opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
I guess I should at least show this, but like,
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
I mean, I'm going to try the character out.
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves.
And you know,
I don't recommend using this down special
Yeah.
against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just
It's
get
just
loads
like-
of counters.
I can't get
It
over
hits
how
with that much power in a single attack.
lame
Counters can
it
actually
is to
multiply
have
the
another
power
fucking
of blocked
Fire Emblem
attacks,
character.
and using easily anticipated attacks like this
Why
could
did
just
it
get
have
you
to be
hit by
Fire
counter after
Emblem
counter.
of like anything could have possibly
Next, we
been
have the neutral moves. The bow you use
Seriously,
is called
like-
Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round
I
Table.
feel
It only
ridiculous.
appears in a few neutral moves.
I hate being negative.
You've got
I did
the
not
neutral
want
air
to be
attack.
negative. It was
This
not
attack is
my
similar
intent
to a move of
this
Pit's and other
being
fighters like
negative.
him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Oh man.
Actually multiply. It's also easy to create
Yeah.
certain combos with it.
I feel like I'm being overly negative.
And with the
but
neutral
I
special,
I can't
you'll
be
let loose
excited
an
about
arrow.
another Fire Emblem character.
It seems
I
pretty
just
straightforward,
can't
right?
Like,
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
excuse me.
First, the biggest difference
Yeah, I need to
between
fix
this
that
bow
mouse
and
click,
Link's
by the
is
way.
that once you enter the
It's
command,
just
you
a
can
hotkey
keep
thing.
charging
I
until
could
it's ready.
probably,
You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow
that's actually
travels
going
at
to be the
high
best way
speed.
to handle that, is
It's
to
also
be on
very
the
powerful.
Good thing I just
That
saw
said,
that.
you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Fuck. I should stop.
You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button,
It's just like,
you'll unleash
and I'm just waiting. I'm
Powerful
going to hop
arrow that
on
looks
like
like a beam
Twitter
of
and
light.
Reddit and all that, and I'm just
You can perform
waiting,
this move by
especially
keeping the button
fucking
held
Russian
down.
Trolls, which
you
that's
charge up
so
power
fucking
like so,
that shit
charge a
fucking
bit
gets
more, and then fire.
more obvious.
But again, you'll need to
as it
take
goes
care
on.
when using this move.
Yeah, there's going to be some fucking
For one,
Russian
when you've
trolls
powered
being
up the
like,
move to its
"Oh,
max, there's no way to cancel out of
because
it.
of the gender
Not
swap
even with the
thing.
shield button.
Like I said,
In
I
other words,
actually
you're
think that's
committed to
cool.
firing it.
I'm into that. I
So you
actually
see,
like
a situation like this is
that,
pretty
but
terrible.
I think Nintendo should have waited till the next round of fighters to do this and done something more
Once you've entered the stand,
interesting, more exciting, something
You won't
that's
be able
not
to do anything.
a fucking Fire Emblem
Which means it's
character.
quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after
Why
all,
do
a
we
long-range
need every
move.
character from fucking Fire
Letting you
Emblem
deal a
when
sudden
they
blow
all
to
have
opponents.
swords? Like how
So
fucking...
you need to think carefully when using this projectile
like, they're
weapon.
all similar to
By
me.
this
like,
final
literally,
smash is called
put them
Progenitor
both
God,
together,
Ruptured Heaven. In
and
the
most
original
of them
game,
look
there's
the
a
same,
move called
except, like, one
Ruptured
of them
Heaven.
holds a
This
book,
is
and
an
one of them
enhanced
holds a
version.
woman. Aside from like that, they're pretty much just variations of each other. Aside from like gender, and one of them has book. Like, you know, they don't have.
As you
like,
can see,
bows
you
or
team up with the
axes
mysterious
or other
Sophist
fucking
and launch an
weapons
attack
even. Like, they
together.
all have fucking swords. Except this person, but it's a weird situation with that. They still have a sword by default.
Now, let's talk about the color variations.
Okay.
It's set up so that the
Progenitor,
default
God,
and
Ruptured
odd-numbered
Heaven,
color
Jesus
variations are
Christ.
male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will
Yeah.
of course understand what I'm referring to. The
Like,
sixth
that's
color
the
is
thing.
based
I mean,
on
for
Sophist,
people who are
who you just saw
fans of
earlier.
Fire Emblem, they would probably be excited.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different
Oh,
hair
so
color,
there's, like-
which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
Oh, spoiler alert or something. Yeah. So by the looks of the hair, they combine with Sothist or something. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to guess what the spoiler alert is.
Next, I'll introduce the stage.
But it's like, it would've been
For this one,
way
we of
more
course tried to
interesting if they had
recreate
done
the place
Doom
where you
Guy,
spend
like,
most
Doom
of the
Eternal's
game.
coming out.
Garrick
Like, it
Mach
would have synced
Monastery.
up with that very nicely to be like, oh, Doom Eternal.
This is how
And that's the
Garrick
thing,
Mach
the trailer just
Monastery
came
is
out,
laid
so that
out in
kinda
the
added
original
to my
game.
thought it might be Doom Eternal.
From these, we chose to have
That'd
it
be
cycle
too
through
perfect
the
if, like,
marketplace,
Doom Eternal
Deception
trailer,
Hall,
Smash Bros.
Bridge,
announcement, oh, get you guys hyped for
and
the March.
Cathedral, all in one
Release
stage.
date coming for Doom Eternal. And then
It's the
like,
type of stage
awesome
that rotates
characters.
through
Like,
different
it'd be
areas, such as these
really
four.
cool to have Doom Guy and BJ Blazkowicz.
Let me
And they're
introduce each of the guests that
classics.
appear in these
They
four
go
areas.
back to the like creation of first-person shooters. In
The first
general.
area is the marketplace.
Like they deserve.
I think this is where a lot of
When it comes to
people come to do
characters
their
that,
shopping.
Like, are gaming icons that deserve
The
to
guests that
smash,
appear
like, I'm
here
just
are
not
students
that
of the
big
Blue
into,
Lion's house. Dimitri,
no,
Dedu,
they're
and
Kingdom
Ingrid.
Hearts. I've got the goddamn Kingdom
Not
Hearts
Dimitri,
PS4 Pro.
Dudu,
That was
or
kind of a
Ingrid.
fluke.
Their
That
names
was
are a bit
supposed
difficult
be
to say.
resold and then shipped off
They're largely
here.
from the Holy
It's
Kingdom
like,
of Farkas.
I like
Since
it
it's a
the best, so
kingdom,
if I'm
that
gonna
means
wind
they
up
have a
keeping
monarchy.
one, I might as
For
well
that
keep
reason, I
this
guess
one.
you could say Dimitri's
So,
the
I mean,
future
the-
king.
just the
He had
art
quite a
on it
difficult
was,
life
like,
and may or may not
pleasant.
end up
I
with
just
just
thought,
one
like,
eye.
You know,
He's
if I
an
was thinking
unfortunate
any
one, that
PS4
one.
Pro, I got the PS4 Pro. Yeah, just based on
There are
the
vendors
sets
on
and
either
the
side.
designs. Just, wow.
In the original game, these are important
Stare
booths
at that
where you
for
buy
hours
all
on
sorts of
fucking
things,
LSD
but
or not.
Here you can break them, you see.
And I just haven't gotten around to playing the
If you do break them,
around to playing the game. Like, I'm not really
the
that
stage will
excited about
expand to the
game.
left
Like,
and
it's
right.
kind of just a weird situation like that.
I wonder where people will buy their supplies
but, like,
now.
If it were Sora, that would make more sense.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeepers. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to them a lot.
Like, so many characters.
Moving
would
through
make
these
more
areas
sense.
is
Goddamn
possible
Goku
thanks to
would
this
make
mysterious
more sense.
platform.
He's an anime character.
Just when it
and
seems
that's
like
the
you've
thing,
come
it's
to a
like,
stop.
we ain't going to be getting Goku in Smash Brothers. He's an anime character,
You'll
not a
come
video
crashing
game
back
character.
down.
He's an
You've
anime
broken
character
through the
with
ceiling
video
and slammed
games.
into
He's
the
not a
building.
video game character with an anime. There's a difference.
And the
between
guests in the
two.
reception hall are
Goku
Edelgard,
ain't never gonna
Dorothea,
be in
and
Smash,
Petra of the Black Eagles.
And people need
Take
to stop
note,
expecting
it's not
that.
spelled
I hope no one watching
Edelgard.
is like have their
They're
hopes
from the
and dreams
Adressian
shattered, but
Empire.
I'm sorry, Goku will not.
And as
be in
such,
Smash.
they embrace their
Smash
military
Brothers
might.
is for video game characters, not anime characters.
Edelgard is one of the
And
characters
it's
who is
also
central to the
favorite
conflict.
place for Fire Emblem.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Did something happen with my webcam?
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them
My
down.
webcam's not showing up. Why is my webcam not showing
However,
up?
Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can
Weird,
reach it
that
with other
happens
fighters.
on occasion, apparently.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or
sometimes
perhaps by
classic
using another
unplug and
fighter
plug
as a
back
stepping
in
stone.
works.
There we go, I made
But
it.
yeah, I've been having
And
issues
you
with,
can knock it down. Also, you can break this table.
Yeah, stream
Like so.
OBS stream elements. Yeah,
Just
stream
like the
elements,
sign that
OBS,
reads
not
Fudin
picking up my
Kaza
webcam.
in the Suzaku
It was
Castle
picking it up
stage,
before
it can
too.
break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90
That's
degrees,
super
creating
weird.
this long
I
area.
wonder where my webcam.
It's very wide indeed.
I think it's been for a while. That's like super weird.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They
Yeah,
belong
there's
to
some
the Lester
bug
Alliance.
with OBS because I hit the oh, there's like buzz or something. I hit the
Because it's an
there's
alliance
option
of
that
many
says
noble
deactivate
families,
when not
you could
showing,
say
which
that they have a
obviously
wide
if
assortment
you're
of
not
members.
showing it turns your webcam
And
on.
Claude is the sharpest of the
I
bunch.
turned that on.
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the
I have no
names
idea
of
what's
characters
going on
that
with
appear
that.
in Genealogy of the Holy War, the fourth title in the Fire Emblem series.
Who's Hilda?
I guess once
What?
you've reached the
Claude?
17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming
what-
process
what-
must be tough.
No.
Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
What?
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can
People
expect
spent
plenty of blows to
time
be
and they
exchanged at the
spent
edges
money
of the screen.
animating those background characters.
You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines.
Although the
and in
Pegasus
this
is
sense,
cool,
I think
I
it
do
suits the
like
Golden
the
Deer
Pegasus just
perfectly.
because it's Pegasus. Yeah.
The last area is the cathedral,
just,
only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests
God,
appearing in the
I
cathedral are
don't wanna
Seta,
be
Flame,
negative.
and Rhea. There's Seta, who
But
appears to have an
this-
extremely strong
I
bond
can't-
with
I
his
just
sister,
can't be
Flame.
excited about
She seems to
this.
be under the protection of
I'm
him
trying
and
not to
Rhea,
be
who you
negative,
can
but
see
it's-
fighting during the
can't
opening of
say,
Fire Emblem Three
like,
Houses.
Good about this. Other
All
than,
three have
you know,
character
it is
quirks
well
related to
done,
their
like
true
it always
identities.
is. But it's like,
I feel that Flame might be saying
didn't
shush
Sakurai
at
say
this
you
point,
gotta
so I'll leave it
choose
at
this?
that.
I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here. But if
This is a simple
Sakurai
area
cho-
of the stage.
Or no,
All it
did
has
he
are
say
these
Nintendo
platforms.
chose this?
Being the last area, it may be a
Okay.
place where some
I
intense
gotta
battles
figure
will
out,
be
'cause
waged.
I'm kind of
It'll cycle
remembering
through each
Sakurai
location in about 2.5
specifically said
minutes.
Someone did or did not choose this, as in like Nintendo chose this or he
Okay,
chose
today
it.
we'll have a tag team
I
battle in
think
Squad
he
Strike with the
said
DLC team
previously
pitted against Fire
Nintendo
Emblem protagonists from throughout
chose
the
this, and he
ages.
didn't really
That'll
have
give us
a say in it,
precisely
which would
5
make sense.
players
And
per
then it'd
side.
be like, who at Nintendo has
Alright,
such a big
here we go,
motherfucking
Joker.
vote for goddamn Fire Emblem?
Joker!
Or they just they fucking
And
they probably-
Hero!
I don't want to
Gee,
get
we
on
really
the
made a lot, huh?
broke
Banjo!
train, but it's like
By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here.
This character, just because it
But as expected,
has
it's
gender
going to be a pretty
swapping,
tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
and that's
It's
just
not going to land that easily.
I guess it kind of segues into the bigger conversation.
Uh-oh, this
and
is
like,
bad.
the reason why this whole there's a thing about
Shenanigans.
go woke or get woke, go broke is
I better
because
keep
when
my
you
distance.
do these things just to like, I guess
I'll use
in
this chance to
a
attack.
more kind of metaphorical sense,
Got it.
get the LGBTQ.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
I'm on the initialism, and I don't even remember
Lots
what
of
it is
explosives.
anymore.
Ouch.
Like, yeah, I'm
Perfect shield of
bisexual.
that, huh?
You know, I'm not exactly
Good one.
cisgendered, but that's a different conversation.
If I do this,
So,
like this, or like
you know,
so.
It's
No anti-air,
not
huh?
like I'm just a
There,
straight
the soccer
cis
ball
white male talking shit. Like it's
Good. There's mom.
I'm trying to find the words.
You're in a good
because it's
spot,
like,
Mom.
You know, you do these things because you
I shouldn't have taken
authentically
that.
care,
Gardevoir.
not because you're trying.
Well, I guess
to
no one
appease
uses
a group
projectiles.
Or trying to get
At
their
this point, it
vote,
doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or
in a
not.
sense, or you know, get them to favor you because they're.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash.
or whatever
See? They
friendly,
got it.
and it's like
But they mustn't
know,
give up.
people can tell when it's not authentic.
I can't waste the chance.
And when it's a PR move. And more so as time goes on.
There's another
Those
smash ball.
tricks
Yes, got it.
aren't working as well.
Now.
They're becoming more obvious.
What are you charging up
We're getting used to them. We're figuring out. Like, there's a fucking book out there called The 48 Laws of Power that literally breaks down the fucking maneuvers
There's still more.
of these fucking ultra wealthy, powerful people. Like, it's a
Go on.
very
You
good
can take the hammer,
self-defense manual.
but it's
For
mine.
people on the autism spectrum, I think
Although I'm
everyone,
scared I might
think
get hit with a
everyone
counter in
should,
this
but
state.
especially people on the autism spectrum.
I hit him.
Because all this shit about people that confuse the fuck out of me.
I was trying to fight using mindless abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
But, I mean, people do these things, and
It can be fun to play like this,
it's a
especially
whole
in
other
tag team.
conversation
So I think it's a good
get
idea
into
to try
that,
imposing
and I
different
sum
types
it
of
up by
challenges on
saying
yourself.
We've gotten to a
The
point
end.
where what used to be survival behaviors are now liabilities. And you know, there are some of these things that got us here, but
Now, about the additional
now
music.
they're actually
Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding
And
each
it's
of the
kind
new
of
tracks to
interesting
all the Fire Emblem
paradox between
stages.
humans. Be like, huh.
There are
Some of the
already
stuff
a lot of
actually
Fire
got
Emblem
us to
tracks in the
point,
game.
but we
Our selection
keep
this
doing
time
it,
has
and
been
it was
made
never
taking
right,
those existing
but-
tracks
and
into
we shouldn't
consideration.
set back.
11
But,
songs are being
I mean,
added.
You can't deny history.
This
Anyways,
includes
we're
an
not getting
arrangement
off
of the
track.
main
The
theme in
point
both
is,
Japanese
like,
and English.
You know, if they're doing this,
I hope you'll
gender
enjoy
swapping
these as
character
well.
thing to be like, oh, let's get trans people.
We're
in
also adding in
Smash,
a
or
new
let's,
spirit
You know,
board.
get like people saying good things. It's like,
It
especially
includes the
now,
house
with
leaders among some of the
fucking
other popular
trolls who
characters.
just latch onto the shit. Then you got characters who like. Even when sometimes
Sothis
there are
is
valid
legend
criticisms,
class.
tend to take them way too far because it's
Also,
like,
there's a new classic mode route, Heroic
contrarianism
Legacy,
is the thing.
which is
It's
designed to
just-
let you enjoy
just-
classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the
it's
series
dangerous
history.
to dip into this territory. Even me talking about it.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
People not being happy at me just for talking about this.
Now for the Mii Fighter
Honestly,
costumes.
You know, I could be
So
wrong,
please take
I
a
can
look.
make mistakes. I'm human. I'm trying to figure shit out and improve and do better. So you know, it's I'm coming from a place of good intent, and you know what I'm saying is at face value also, because there are people who there's a lot of fucked up dog whistles where what they're saying isn't actually at face value, and it's actually something really fucked up, which is it's a whole fucked up thing in itself. But getting to the Russian trolls is just like, you know, like I was saying, you know, 5 seconds later we're going to have fucking a dozen Nintendo got woke and we're going to go broke videos. And Nintendo ain't going to go broke. Like, they're fucking Nintendo. They're the Disney of video games. They can have a get woke broke moment and be like, oh, that was a mistake, but we're not buying that one thing. But anyways, that's the thing. And it also, like, not to finish that thought before I move on, like, okay, something positive, these Mega Man fucking Mii Fighters, fuck yeah, these are awesome, that's fucking cool, that's fucking great, I love that. Ooh, Cuphead. Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, I'm out of cat pheromones. I would yeah, I can definitely tell. They're getting better at getting along, but it's like I can tell their pheromones are really more stressed out. And Midna's just less tolerant to Shy Guy's proximity than she would be with the pheromones. And they're making improvements, but it's a... Wow.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Yeah, it'd take a lot
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
It's hard to be excited about a Cuphead Mii Fighter costume.
I hope you enjoy these as well.
When they dropped a Fire Emblem character, it's like you could have done Cuphead
After
as
purchasing
the
a
fucking
costume,
character.
I recommend using the sharing
Just straight up
feature.
throw Cuphead in.
If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download
Oh
it.
boy. Fucking Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight.
And now,
start
onto the
bringing
amiibo.
these indies into Smash Bros. Fuck off with Fire Emblem. I can't wait for these.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It's
Dark
hard to
Samus
really
and
get the
Richter are planned for
proper
release on Friday, January
blend of,
17th.
Like colors like this on cameras, like with glass and stuff like that. Like glass especially, just the way light hits glass, it's really hard to properly capture.
And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Yeah, if you're
The
looking at some
lineup
crazy
is
stuff
Joker,
on camera,
Hero,
like,
Banjo and
you'll never
Kazooie,
quite do
Terry
the same
Bogard,
thing.
and Byleth.
Hey, you two be nice to each other.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added.
I'm not sure what that was, but I heard something.
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
They still have their moments.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there?
Like, I mean, Shy Guy will come
When we
chill
add
on
a
the
new
couch
fighter,
with me or just
we
chill
don't
on
simply
the
make
couch,
their
and
attacks
Midnight's
or their
taking
movements a little
sleeping
different.
on, like, the, back
Instead,
of
we
the couch
try to
with
offer you a whole
back.
new style of play.
I think there's a word for that, but it's not coming to me. And so that's like her new chill spot instead of the chair here. And the Shy Guy
As
will
I
come
stated,
to the couch.
we'll
She
continue
won't
to
leave,
release
she'll
more
actually just
DLC
sit there and
fighters
chill.
down the line.
Sometimes she'll leave.
I had thought that
Depends.
1 or 2 might
I don't know,
suffice,
if
but,
I cat
well,
pheromones. That should have been my
have a look.
Yeah, that should have been my first clue. I was running out of cat pheromones when Midna was leaving the couch more often. But like I can definitely find out. But yeah, I'm like, it's interesting because it's like, yeah, there's something yesterday.
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time.
And I looked and I was like, yeah, they're like just running it.
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye
Pretty
out.
much speculation that they
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development.
And I'm all down for it. There's going to be
Of
more
course,
characters,
like last
lots
time,
of
the
chances
contents
to
will
be
remain
Game
unknown for
Guy and all
now,
that.
and I'm personally very sorry
But
that we
this
have
is
to
a
release
bad
Fighters Pass
move.
Volume 2
If
when
I'm
the details have yet to
correct
be
in
revealed.
remembering it, and Nintendo chose this. Nintendo made a
Like
bad
last
fucking
time, I'd be
choice.
very
and I hope
grateful
Sakurai
if,
was like,
despite
dude,
that,
Nintendo,
you would understand why and
no,
purchased it.
No, not
Furthermore,
right
the
now.
new additions have already been decided.
Like the worst time.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
And that's actually the thing that bothers me and worries me most about this.
But I
is we're
still
gonna have
hope
Russian
you'll look
trolls be
forward
like,
to it.
I fucking just
We're
because
also
it's a
including a
gender swap
bonus
thing,
with
they
Fighters
just-
Pass
they
Volume
jump on
2.
that shit.
Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I don't fuck with Mii fighters really, but
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter,
that's
the
cool.
ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's really cool.
This will not be for
like
sale
that.
individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Like some of these Mii Fighter costumes are actually giving me a reason to play the Mii Fighters, I have to say. But, like, Cuphead
It's been
should be its own
reported that
character,
Super
it
Smash
should
Bros.
not-
Ultimate is the
You think
highest selling
obviously
fighting
they can
game
do
in the
both
world.
the Mii Fighter character and
Personally,
the
I don't
regular
know if it
character,
counts
because
as
they did
simply a
make
fighting
costumes.
game, but I guess it's
Obviously,
seen
those
as a fighting game around the
costumes.
world.
And you know that's cool. There's nothing wrong with doing both, but it's like
Seems like Street Fighter 2
they
was in
could've
the
been
lead for a while,
Cuphead
but now
character
Super Smash
instead of
Bros. Ultimate
this
has surpassed it in
fucking Fire
total
Emblem
sales.
character, and the Fire Emblem character.
However,
could've come
I'm not sure if this is
earlier.
accurate. There were 5
section, or it
versions
could've
of Street
come in
Fighter
the next
2,
DLC
or 6 to
pack,
7
like-
if we really want to get into
And I'm not
these.
against this character.
Plus, there's the arcade
existing. I
versions
think
and
this
the
is
25
fun
ports to
time
other
do it.
systems,
Well,
so
I'm
I don't
kind
know
of
if that's been
against
accounted
it
for.
existing, just
Also,
in the
I don't
sense
know
it's
if
too
that
many
really
Fire Emblem
qualifies
characters,
as a
but
one
only
game.
for that reason.
It's up for
I need to
discussion.
be clear on that. Only
So,
because
who
there's too
knows?
many Fire Emblem characters.
But when it comes to a single
I
piece of
do
software,
I
it
do
seems
think
like
the
Super
gender
Smash
swapping
Bros.
aspect
Ultimate is
cool.
number
I'm
1.
curious about how that actually works within the game.
Although, I
Or
still
if
don't
that's
know
just
if
a
it can
reference
really
to
be
you
called
picking the
just a
gender of your
fighting
main
game.
character in the game. I don't know.
I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad I shut up for a second.
Also, I feel a deep
It's absolutely
attachment to the
correct.
5
Smash Bros.
DLC
is not a
fighters.
celebration of gaming, and that's why I'm upset about Fire Emblem because
The first Fighters Pass
we're
just
celebrating
wrapped
too
up.
much Fire Emblem and Smash Brothers. We need
But it
to
was
celebrate
decided
other
that there would be
things,
more DLC.
like the indies, like Doom,
Which
like
means
other classics.
no breaks for
like,
me.
You know, Heretic, Hex, and Descent.
I plan
Those
to keep
are
working
less
hard, so I
well-known
hope you can continue to
classics
support us.
That are just more favorites of mine.
That's
But,
it.
like, you know, they
Thank
can
you.
pull in characters from Fallout. They can pull in characters from so many franchises in video gaming that have been around for so long. And when it comes to like Banjo-Kazooie being thrown in, that could have been right now. You close out your like pack of 5 with a strong heavy hitter, because that's generally how you do it, instead of something weak where people are like, and then Russian trolls might have a reason to get on it on an election year in America. So I mean, they are in Japan. They might not just be in tune with that kind of stuff so much. So you know, I do need to be fair. But it's just like, and that's probably not something they're thinking of, and that's just something I was going to get into. I just got an unknown error. Oh, that's okay. That's from them. Okay, that's because the video's over. There we go. Yeah, like, yeah. Damn, I'm sorry to be negative. I wish I could be more excited about that. So I'll try and focus on something positive. The Mega Man the Mega Man Mii Fighter costumes are cool. The Link Mii Fighter costumes are cool. I'm definitely going to check out that Cuphead Mii Fighter costume and actually probably play the Mii Fighter just to have the Cuphead thing. I haven't even played Cuphead yet. I've been waiting for a physical Nintendo Switch copy and just not got around to just flanging it up on PC, which I'm like, I've been playing Hollow Knight on Switch. I'm like, why, like, all these are on PC. It cost me some extra money, but that I don't really have right now. So it's like, financially, it's not feasible, but when it is, I'm like, I should snap up these indie games on Steam to support these developers even further. I don't mind double dipping with these indie devs. I'd actually like to do that and support the really good ones. So I'm like, I should just double dip these on PC and play them on PC on, you know, just better looking, better response time than I would have with the Switch. No offense to the Switch, but it's, you know, with some of these more difficult platformers, it's nice to have that extra response time. Yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent there. Yeah, I just wish I could be more excited about it. It's just hard to be excited about another Fire Emblem character just in general, and it's like, it would have been fine if it was like anywheres in the next pack, even if the very first one in the next DLC Fighters pack, that would have been fine. I would have been like, another Fire Emblem character, whatever, but that's cool. But it's like, to be the last one, like, you think they're going to close this out, you know, close the, you know, this like first DLC pack out with something strong to get you thinking, oh, what else crazy shit's going to be in this next one that they're, you know, trying. That's the thing. If you're trying to sell this next one coming up and you don't want people to be like, I guess let's call it DLC fatigue, like what kind of almost what they got going on with Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, because I call that DLC fatigue, where it's too much, where people are, and it's really more a financial thing, where, you know, if you have more money to spend, you wouldn't care. Even although some people with the money to spend would probably still be like, I'm not going to buy 2 DLCs twice, or how does that? I forget how that actually works. I don't think you buy both of them twice. Anyways, never mind. That's not the point. The point is DLC fatigue, and by ending with something that's hype and exciting, you avoid that. because it's like, oh shit, if we're ending on this, what's going to be in the next one? So if they had ended, even if they had the exact same characters but just changed the order up, so the Fire Emblem was in the middle, and then you end with Banjo and Kazooie, the outright, I'm not a big Banjo Kazooie fan, just never got into that game. There's a handful of these games that I just didn't come my way, or I didn't have a PlayStation. Banjo Kazooie was one. Totally respect it. Totally get it. Like the character's great. That's the thing. I get Banjo Kazooie right away. I totally get why people like it. The characters are hilarious. Just just the animations and stuff and the like bits I've seen of it. It's like just instantly Banjo and Kazooie is like they're great. They're cute. It's good combo. It works together, and so I get it, and I get why it's so strong. But it should have been a finisher. Yeah, it's interesting. And then there's this, I guess that Ponytail. Yeah, no, that was a data mine for Ponytail. Oh, was this Ponytail then? Because I thought Ponytail might be not Dixie Kong. I keep saying Diddy Kong instead of Dixie Kong. I thought the Ponytail data mine might be Dixie Kong, which would make sense, because I mean Dixie Kong was the main character in the original Donkey Kong countries. She got the hair spin thing for the triple jump. Her moves. There's certain, like, you look at certain video game characters and it's like, wow, their smash moves are just like obvious. Like they write themselves in a sense. Like Doom Guy writes himself, Cuphead writes himself. Like the indie characters, they all write themselves. Banjo Kazooie writes himself. Who was I just talking about? That got me on this track. Fuck. Totally had to bring it forward, but you get where I'm going. There's some of these classic characters that you look at and it's just like, oh, you instantly can see how that becomes the Smash Brother characters and have a good idea what they'd do, the moves would be. We need more of those. We need more celebration of gaming, less Fire Emblem. With all respect to Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem fans, it's just, and I'm sure if you're a Fire Emblem fan, fuck, I'm probably too far away from my mic, which should be in frame 2. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Fire Emblem fan, you're probably, I hope you'd also be like, oh, we got 8? That's a lot of Fire Emblem in Smash, even if you're excited about the character. Like, that's the thing. If I was a Fire Emblem fan, and I was excited about that character, even if that's my favorite character, I'd be like, shit, I'm excited about this, but we got 8 Fire Emblem characters. It might have been done something else. Yeah. I although there's a lot, at least the people I watch on YouTube tend to like Fire Emblem, so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see my sentiment echoed so much in the videos and content I like to watch. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I should let you guys go and stop ranting on. But yeah, goddamn, last time, I apologize for being so negative. I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive, but I can't get unstuck on like, why 8 Fire Emblem characters, Nintendo? Why? You could have made so many better decisions here. And it just, there's a serious disconnect issue, and we'll end on this note, I guess. There's a serious disconnect issue going on that it's very interesting, because I'm not sure how, like, I want to know more about how they get disconnected like this, because like it just feels so strange for people who are not corporate executives to be able to sit back and be like, your decisions could so obviously be better. What's going on here? Like, we shouldn't have better ideas than people running these companies. They should have better ideas than us. Like, what's there's something wrong with this picture when we have better ideas than the people running multi-million, in some cases multi-billion-dollar companies, where we're like, this is obviously wrong, working against you. You'd make money if you fix this. What the fuck? Or just decided it differently. And like, shit where a simple poll would be like, duh, or not even. Like, anyways, ranting on too much. That's kind of the disconnect is even that's something worth its own video when I actually get around to finding that content regularly. Anyways, live stream is today at 2:30 to 5. We finished with Claire on Resident Evil 2, so we're starting over the Leon campaign. It only took us like 4 sessions to finish with Claire. So I was really fucking screwing around and getting lost with Leon apparently when we were playing before. So we should zoom through with Leon. And I'm gonna do something short and light and easy before I jump into Dark Souls until Resident Evil 3. So that's just kind of the game plan for the stream. So I'm thinking after we're done with Resident Evil 2, I'll probably do Ion Fury, I'm thinking, because I want a good excuse to get into that, and I've got too many games to play. So yeah, and then, you know, Daily Flange resumes next week. We'll start having like actual content beyond the Daily Flange, just kind of taking this bit by bit, getting back into the swing of it. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, subscribing, hitting the notifications, all that good stuff. I know the Patreon and the GoFundMe, they're a mess. I need to fix that up. That's going to get done right away here. So, and then I'll start chilling that and being annoying about it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to bring a towel. Hopefully I'll see you guys for the live stream today.